Over the weekend at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania, there were moments that were merely cultishly disturbing and moments that were cultishly dangerous. But before we unpack all that, if you haven't yet, please hit that like, subscribe, and the alert bell, and maybe check out my Patreon. I'd appreciate the support. So, we probably shouldn't be surprised that there's a lot of crazy going on at Trump rallies. It seems to select for it, right? We're talking about the biggest cult in the history of the United States, if not the planet. Tens of millions of MAGA adherents, members of Cult 45. And at these MAGA rallies, they tend to, again, select for the most deranged out of all of them. And it's nothing new. But I did hear something, or two things, I guess, that really caught my attention at this most recent Trump rally in Pennsylvania, which were two different flavors of MAGA derangement. I want to play the first clip because to me this is merely cultishly disturbing. It's not good. It's disturbing and potentially dangerous, but not quite as dangerous overtly as the second clip I want to play. But this is the first one, and this is apparently a guy at RSBN, which is it's a right-wing broadcasting network, and this guy is apparently like a professional journalist, such as it is. But I want you to watch this exchange.
What are your thoughts about President Donald Trump?
He's the best president ever.
That's awesome. She said he's the best president ever. Can you tell us why you think President Donald Trump is the best president ever?
I don't know.
But you like him, nice.
Okay, so the reason I say this is cultishly disturbing is because the right wing and Republicans in this country, they cast a lot of aspersions at the Democratic Party and the left for being groomers, right? Which is really bizarre because then you see behavior like this in which you have a guy, an adult, waving a microphone into the face of a child. Donald Trump, just like absolute manic in his eyes. Donald Trump is the best president. What do you think of him? Oh, he's just the best president ever, this child says, surrounded by a bunch of Trump-loving cultist adults. Like she is in a circle surrounded by these people. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, agreed. He is the best. Why do you think he's the best? I don't know. But you do like him, right? You do. So, just these entire 20 seconds is just really fraught with weirdness. Why would you ask a child this, number one? Why is the child there, number two? Why is the child surrounded by a bunch of adults, again, for a political rally for which she's not really in a position to have like a nuanced opinion on this, being presumably still in the single digits, probably not an expert political or consumer of politics, right? And by the way, this would kind of be strange even at a Democratic rally as well, just full disclosure, which you probably wouldn't see stuff like this. But again, also weird that a journalist is just waving a microphone, just wanting validation from this child. Donald Trump is the best, right? Why is he the best? Why do you like? It's so bizarre. But the answer too, I don't know. It's actually the most honest answer that I think will probably come from a Trump supporter at that rally. And actually, I expect that's probably the most nuanced answer you would get from anybody there. Because most adults, when you ask, okay, what did Trump do that you like so much? And I've had many conversations with Trump supporters, and they're like, well, he just, he's anti-establishment. What's that mean? He was a political outsider? I guess, but he was a New York real estate mogul billionaire, right? He's been swimming, he's been cavorting with politics most of his adult life. He was close friends with the Clinton family once upon a time. He was a Democrat for decades, and then he was a Republican, and then he was a Democrat again, and then he was independent. Now he's a Republican again. He's certainly not ideologically consistent. He's certainly not politically well-informed, but Donald Trump is no stranger to Washington, D.C. politics and the politics of this country. But they can't point to anything. They can't tell you why they like him other than they just say he's anti-establishment. And then because he didn't build a wall, he didn't repeal and replace Obamacare, he didn't do all the things that he said he was going to do. He didn't wipe out the debt. He actually added more to the debt in a single 4-year term in modern U.S. history, $7 trillion. He cut taxes for the rich. I imagine billionaires could say why they like Donald Trump because he cut taxes for them. But can actual Trump supporters point to something real and tangible? No, of course not. So this answer is hilarious coming from this child because it's the most honest and accurate one you'll get from a Trump supporter there. But I also want to play this other clip, to me, which is all the more overtly dangerous, and it's at the same rally. So take it away.
Good. I'm here to guarantee Trump gets back in and get rid of the corruption that's in the White House right now. It's a disgrace. Joe Biden's a disgrace to this country.
He's a disgrace, and so are all the left and the RINOs, the globalists.
They jail them all. Jail them all.
I agree. And
Listen to what he said. Not only jail them all, but did you hear that? All the left, the RINOs, the globalists. Listen to what this guy said.
the RINOs, the globalists.
They jail them all.
He said, shoot every one of them, jail them all. Republicans in name only, any Republican who criticizes Donald Trump, of course, a RINO, any globalist, which is usually a dog whistle for Jewish people, by the way, and then anybody on the left, which, depending on how you define that, that could be more than half this country. That's where Cult 45 is. And the fact that that wasn't repudiated by the guy in the microphone, again, the alleged journalist, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, what? No, don't say stuff like that. I mean, you can disagree, you can support Trump, but don't say jail your opponent. And by the way, I thought MAGA didn't support investigating or weaponizing the justice system against your political opponents. But that's the truth, is that actually they do support that. They just don't like it when they are subject to investigation and indictment and federal law enforcement. Then it's bad. Republicans should not be held accountable, and certainly not Trump-supporting Republicans should not be held accountable. They're not beholden to the law. But the law is a cudgel to be wielded against Trump's political opponents. It's a hypocrisy, it's disturbing, it's dangerous, and the fact that this guy felt so comfortable to say either jail all of them, all of Trump's critics, or shoot them all, either one of these is really dangerous. But this is where the Republican Party is trending. Donald Trump is still leading in the polls in the primary. It's probably not going to change anytime soon. You have more and more and more Republican establishment, Republican officials suggesting that they'll back him if he is the nominee. This is an inflection point, people. The MAGA cult is profoundly dangerous. It's a fascistic cult of personality, and it is a direct threat to the Republic. Be on your guard.